Previously on Steve Saga Origins.
He's here! Rainbow Steve, he's here!
Who's here? Who's he?
Nightmare Steve!
What? Nightmare Steve's here? Well,
You know?
well.
Oh,
Looks
no.
like I found you. No.
He sees us! Rainbow Steve, get in! Quickly!
Quickly!
No!
No! He just left!
Rainbow Steve, you okay?
He was able to absorb that crystal and
Rainbow
contain its
Steve.
power.
With our abilities now, pretty much unstoppable. Nightmare Steve is pretty much unstoppable.
I can't believe this. All that training I was doing is for nothing. The lab is basically destroyed.
Rainbow Steve, I'm not sure if this is truly a fact, but I don't think the artifacts and your power now are nearly strong enough. We completely forgot about Nightmare Steve.
I don't even have all the artifacts. I only have 3. How are we supposed to do this?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Where's Professor Red? Where'd he go? He was looking for you and outside.
He left us.
He did not leave us. Okay.
He never even cared about us.
Obviously he did, because look, everything's gone, and he went looking for you.
He wouldn't have cared. He wouldn't have cared about any of this. He always only cares about himself and his stupid mushrooms.
Blue Steve, he was looking for you.
No, he wasn't. He probably had some other ulterior motive.
No, you don't understand, Blue Steve. He was looking for you. I woke up and he couldn't find you, and we split up to look for you, and he went outside.
I'm sure it was for something else. Rainbow Steve, Professor Red has never cared about us. When Nightmare Steve attacked, he didn't even bother trying to keep us safe in his own place.
I don't know, he has his own reasons.
Rainbow Steve, this isn't good. Professor Red, well, he obviously isn't gonna help us, and your powers aren't strong enough at this moment. Now that Nightmare Steve has absorbed this end crystal that Professor Red thought was a smart idea to hold on to, he's pretty much unstoppable with our energy. I'm powerless, and you don't even know how to control the artifacts you even have right now, let alone you haven't even found the rest of them. At this rate, I'm worried, Rainbow Steve. I'm worried that we won't be able to do this.
We will. You just gotta work harder. Train
Work
faster.
harder. How? Train how?
I don't know. We can rebuild or something and help Professor Red, rebuild his lab, and we'll fix all this.
I just don't know. So many Steves have been destroyed. So many Steves have been through so much. And I have hope. I have hope for you. But every other Steve does not seem like they can help. When it comes down to it, if only you can do something about it, you have to be strong enough. But it doesn't seem like you are right now.
Well, that's why we're training, to get me stronger and test out my new abilities. But now it just seems pointless. Because now Nightmare Steve is stronger, Dark Steve is still out there. What do we do?
That Hypno Steve is still out there too. We have 3 enemies to deal with.
Well, Hypno Steve's not really an enemy. I don't know what he is to me, but he wanted to fight Dark Steve. Maybe he's doing that right now.
Whatever you say, Rainbow Steve. Listen, let's just go see if Professor Red's somewhere out there.
Alright, fine.
Place is in shambles. Watch. Probably gonna blame us for all of this.
Oh, how are we gonna get across?
Here, got some dirt left over.
Oh my goodness. I didn't realize it was this bad.
We forgot about Nightmare Steve. We got too ahead of ourselves. We got too confident. We were in over our heads from the beginning.
This is not good.
Oh, Steve?
Oh my goodness, he really did destroy it.
Over here, Rainbow Steve, come on. Hey, look who it is.
Professor Red! Professor Red, did you see what happened? I can explain. My lab. I know Professor Red, he came out of nowhere. Nightmare Steve found us, and I don't know how. He just found us.
The end crystal! He took it because of you! Professor Red, I warned you! I warned you what would happen on trying to contain something like that. It was either gonna blow up because of your mistreatment of it, or something bad would come out of it. You. There was a reason that end crystals were outlawed.
Blue Steve, just don't yell at him. How was I supposed to know that we were going to be attacked? Okay,
you
listen.
should have known the moment that we were all gathered around. Should have known the moment that you had something that valuable in your possession.
Listen, guys, Blue Steve, he was just trying to, like, absorb this energy and, you know, try to maybe make me stronger or something, or
No,
use it against...
Professor Red was selfish. He wanted to absorb it for himself.
What?
Isn't
No.
that right, Professor Red?
What?
Professor Red, you've only cared about yourself.
That's not true.
Why else would you want an end crystal? You don't have the necessary materials to try and transfer that to Rainbow Steve. Plus, you and I both know how unstable that would be. That would never be able to happen anyways.
No, there's a good explanation, right? For Professor Red to keep the end crystal around. He wanted
I
to...
highly doubt it. Professor Red, why would you want an end crystal? You only wanted to power anything that you want to create. You wanted to make something, didn't you? You wanted to use that energy to power it. Well, it's gone now. It's gone, and Nightmare Steve absorbed it. He's unstoppable.
Yes, there is a good reason. For a very good reason.
Yeah, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Professor Red, you've never cared about us. You've only cared about your stupid mushrooms and yourself.
No, he's helped us before, and he opened up his lab to us. For me to train. You think that I'm the enemy.
I don't think you're the enemy. I think you're no one's enemy, and I think you're no one's friend either.
Blue Steve, don't say that! He's helped us before. I mean, he opened up the training room and everything, and he's helped us. He gave us a home when we had nothing left. Yeah, no friends.
Rainbow Steve, I think he wanted to use that end crystal to try and power you up and make you his own weapon.
What? No, that's not true. He wouldn't want to...
You're the only person other than Nightmare Steve that could possibly try and absorb that energy without it going horribly wrong. Either that or he was just selfish and wanted to power his lab with it.
For a Blue Steve, you're more angry than a Red Steve right now. Can you blame him, Professor Red? Nightmare Steve came over here and destroyed everything.
I'm not trying to get so angry, but you can't deny that all of this is happening at the worst times. Professor Red, you've never shown us that you've cared about us. If you only showed us that you actually cared, maybe I would believe anything you say.
Blue Steve, come on. He tried redeeming himself by letting me train in his lab.
Maybe, but now it's too late for all of that. The lab is destroyed. Nightmare Steve's unstoppable now. I don't know what to do.
We can rebuild, right? We can rebuild the lab in your home and become stronger, right? Right?
Look, I don't want us to be divided.
No.
Professor Red, I'm sorry if I yelled at you. I don't fully trust you, but you have helped us, and I can't deny that, but we need to do something.
What do? We can do something, right? We can do, I don't know, move location, build a new lab, right? I mean, it's not that hard.
It'll just be destroyed again.
No. Professor Red, come on, we can just rebuild. We can relocate, and I still have the artifacts, and we can find the rest of them. And you know, we can become stronger and defeat Nightmare Steve, even though he absorbed the end crystal energy. Come on, guys. We can't lose hope. I worked very hard to hide this lab. It took months. Well, that was just by yourself. But now you have Blue Steve and I, and it'll go by faster, right?
I don't know if this is all gonna work, Rainbow Steve.
Fantastic. It's still not that easy. Oh, come on, guys, look! We can rebuild. It'll be easy. Come on, we can do it.
I know you're hopeful, and that's one of your best traits. That you always believe in the best of people and the best of trying to complete, well,
Rainbow
our
Steve,
mission.
it's not possible. Come on, of course it is. We can do something about it. We just gotta get out of this place and relocate and start anew. We just gotta be faster this time.
Every single time we try to rebuild something, it'll just be destroyed. Over and over again. Anytime we try to make something more powerful, it'll just be stolen from us. Over and over again.
Come on, Blue Steve. We can't just give up hope. We gotta do something about it.
Like what? Trying to rebuild something that'll just be destroyed again?
No, we'll just hide. We'll hide and it'll be more secret and it'll be a super secret base and he won't find us. I mainly built this lab and made this forest to protect the crystal. So one day, a good Steve can use its power, but it backfired.
Sorry for accusing you, Professor Red. But either way, you know that they were outlawed for a reason. It always ends up bad. No one has successfully used an end crystal for the good of all Steves.
So
you made a huge mistake.
So, these end crystals, they were used for bad?
There's only been one other time that they were used. It was an Elder Blue that, well, he had the wrong intentions.
You're right. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I should go. No, Professor Red, you can't just leave. We should stay together. Come up with a new idea, a new plan. We can do this, guys. We just can't lose hope. What? Blue Steve, don't be ridiculous. We need him. He's right. What?
Maybe if we go our own ways, we can work on things separately. Professor Red may be able to work on things on his own for a bit.
What? No! We gotta stay together, so we don't get separated. God, I don't want to lose another friend.
Professor Red, look, I know we haven't gotten along, but if we separate, maybe you can work on something. Maybe you can find a way. As much as I hate to acknowledge this, even though you're a Red Steve, your intelligence is above that of a regular Blue Steve. Maybe that of a level of an Elder Blue. Maybe if you go on your own, you might be able to find a solution while we deal with this straight on. You'll have to disappear.
You're right. So what do we do? Do we just let him go? To do his own thing?
We have to, Rainbow Steve. If he sticks with us, Nightmare Steve will find him. He's smart, but it's not like he can fight. I'm here to protect you. He's got his own responsibilities. Professor Red, if you truly do believe in the good of Steve's, for the one time, right now, don't be selfish. Take as long as you can. Find a way to stop the evil in all of this realm and everything.
I guess you're right, Blue Steve. Yeah.
Professor Red, Blue Steves and Red Steves may not have gotten along for a long time. A good history of that, but maybe you can be the one to change it. Work with us. Be the best Red Steve out there. Be the best Steve out there. You're one of the smartest Steves. You could find a solution. I believe in you.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm sorry. I shouldn't let myself get so angry. You're right. That just makes me seem like a Red Steve.
I will. You're a good Blue Steve.
I think it's time to say goodbye. The longer we're all here together, the better of a chance Nightmare Steve will change his mind, come back, and destroy us all. We all need to go into hiding and figure this out.
Yeah, you're right. Think what we're gonna do next. This isn't over, guys. We can still do this.
Hope is not completely lost, but I don't see us getting out of this too easily. If there's any way, we're gonna lose a lot more before we gain anything.
Right. Good luck, guys. And remember, be careful. We will.
Bye, Red Steve.
I'm Rainbow Steve. Yeah, Professor Red? Keep training. Work hard. And never give up. I won't, Professor Red. I promise. Well, I guess I'll see you soon.
Take the back entrance. We'll go the other way.
Yeah, go by the river. Hopefully we meet again. Yeah, me too.
Goodbye.